Okay.
Okay? Okay, so one thing that I need to mention is how we set up the x32, the soundboard, to do broadcast mixes. So typically, all these dials are for the front of the house, which is everyone in here and the speakers in here. What I've had to do is I created two channels, a left and a right, so it would be like stereo, and I called it broadcast. When you solo this and put the sends on fader button on, it will change all the dials to show you what's being fed into the broadcast mix. So I'll do that right now. So if we highlight one of the channels and hit sends on fader, you should see some of the dials move. Right, so everything's moving. So that's the broadcast mix, that's the house, right? So what we'll do tonight is, as they're playing, we will put on the headphones, we'll solo out the broadcast mix. What you're hearing in the headphones is a pretty good representation of what should be on the recordings, a live stream or the recording, right? So if you're not liking something where you can't hear Carson, so you just bump up Carson. Say I bump him way up, right? But you don't want to bump them way up in the house at the same time, right? So you got to remember where you are. So with this sends on fader button on the broadcast, that's just for this channel. So if we turn that off, you can see, here, I'll make it more obvious. You can see Carson's way down here now. So this is the house. When we select this channel and do this, now this is the broadcast mix. This sends on fader is the same thing that we do for the monitors for the guys or the people on the stage, right? When they want a different mix in their ears, same concept, right? So you would be, this is typically Carson right here. So if we do sends on fader, you can see this is what's being sent to his in-ear monitor, right? So it's the same concept. I just called it broadcast, and it's on another section. That's about it. I mean, the other thing we do to make it sound, I'll say, more lively on a recording is we've got to make sure we have effects turned on. So these two effects I've already set, and they're on for the house as well, but they don't notice it as much. But these will also be on for the broadcast mix. So this is like a reverb, and this is a delay. And if you're listening to a quieter section of a song that Carson's singing, you can hear it's almost echoey, and it kind of feels like he's like in a hall. That's what we're trying to simulate, because a typical recording doesn't have any of that, so it sounds very flat. When you're in a room like we're in here, it echoes off the walls. You hear the congregation. It sounds more full, and so we're trying to recreate that with the board, and you're doing that with effects. So yeah.